Okay, hi everybody. We are joined by blockmonoid. Congratulations, Block.
Thank you so much.
First winner of 2024.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize that. That's great.
And we will go through the moves. Okay, so cdrake started with the wheel and writing. Okay, the wheel seems standard choice. You had pottery and
Oars.
horse. Okay, so pottery, I would say it's a canonical thing. And okay, and then you drew, if I remember correctly. Do you remember what you got? You got.
Well, would you mind muting your sound
Sorry,
effect?
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry.
That's okay. Yeah. What did I draw?
Oh,
I think I drew
okay.
tools or archery.
Archery. It was archery.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I see. Because you okay. So cdrake used the wheel, which I think it's the right move here. No, okay, I did it wrong again. Sorry. So I got masonry and mysticism, and then did it again.
So what is he looking for here doing it again? Just something better than mysticism to play?
I mean, something to score, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if he got clothing I mean, he would prefer getting clothing rather than me getting clothing,
Yeah.
and he'd prefer
I'm not gonna play
masonry.
clothing over the wheel, but yeah, getting it in hand.
I mean, the only other option is melding writing and using it, right? But I mean, personally, having cards. I mean, you can still hope that you get tools and then you return all the cards. No, if a goal is to stop pottery, like I would use the wheel in this situation. I mean, knowing that there is a risk of making pottery stronger, but did you have some other idea, Gabriel?
I like what once you've used the wheel once, like it's reasonable to use it again, but it's also reasonable to do something else. Like you don't know what is in hand there, like maybe Block already has clothing in hand, clothing plus something else, like you could head that off a little bit by playing writing, or even by playing one of the others, probably mysticism, because usually better than masonry. But you know, I think it's a perfectly fine move.
Yep. I don't know, like personally, unless you want to go with a writing way, I think, well, personally, I would probably, unless maybe if I found metalworking, I would play metalworking. How about you, Block? Do you usually use the wheel twice in this?
I would, yeah, after that first draw of the wheel was masonry and mysticism, I would probably do wheel again, with the hope that I get clothing and with the hope that I get more castles for masonry. Um, I getting agriculture in this case. Yeah, I would just want more cards in my hand out of those first cards. I mean, pottery is going to start scoring, but it'll be a little slow initially. And you really only have to start worrying about it once age 2 comes out.
Yeah, also one issue with, for instance, melding mysticism is the other person, if the other person has city states, then you made your position weaker. It's true that you get a card as an exchange. Like personally, like there is a risk of getting.
I think I'm fine giving mysticism to cover up city states in this case.
Because you have masonry.
Because you have masonry, and also because then there's no risk that city states is going to be used on you later in a situation that is more adverse.
Hmm.
But I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with using the wheel again. Just wanted to interrogate it.
Yeah. Okay, so you get rid of archery and you get clothing back, I guess.
Yep, and I was happy with that.
Yes, when you meld it.
And now I expected if he had masonry, he might play it and then held a bunch of cards.
Mhm. So he drew metalworking and coded laws. And then meld writing, I think.
Reasonable.
Yes. And then, so you use clothing, meld ore.
Which is now slower. Yeah.
And okay, so he melds metalworking. And now this is like best case scenario, I think.
Yeah, all 5 of the 2s with castles were right in a row.
Yeah, this is like I mean, it can only get better if you get mathematics at the end, I guess.
Yeah, so I at this point realized I'm not gonna get either age 1 or age 2 first. So this
Yeah,
is not good.
yeah,
So I just had to make clothing more powerful.
yes. So you drew. Yeah, this is. I mean, suddenly it was terrible. So here you used ores, right? Like
Yeah, I wanted 2 cards because I wanted to make
yeah,
sure that I got a yellow or a purple.
yeah. Also, like, I mean, it's not.
And I was willing to risk giving him mass,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, but the other like when cdrake has like 6 cards, you have none, and he just got 10 points. It's not that you can stay very well. Maybe like it's time to take risks, I guess.
Right.
So he gets currency. And so you got philosophy, and do you remember
Calendar.
calendar? Okay. Yeah, okay, not the most used. Okay, so here then you use clothing to philosophies. So here you, yeah, like in theory, if you had, I know, but the cdrake knew that you didn't have a yellow, right?
Mm.
Because fermenting was out and canal building was in his hand. That's probably why he played Code of Laws. Do you think he didn't play Mysticism because he was still hoping to get Monument?
I think so. Why not? I mean,
Yeah,
why not hold out a little bit of hope?
yeah. Because when I saw that he played Canal Building later, I thought that maybe he should have played Canal Building immediately. But I mean, since he knew that you didn't have a yellow, so you return calendar and you got machinery, right?
Which was a very nice draw.
Yes.
I mean, not only the color I needed, but also now making him panic with his 6 cards in hand, which I was very happy to steal.
I mean, he could have melded currency and just return everything, you know?
That's true.
Like,
I didn't. That's an
then
interesting
then
possibility.
monoid gets the 2 achievement though.
yeah, that's true, right? Yeah. No, you're right. He had to. Well, yeah, yeah, okay. So he does this and achieve. You steal.
And I scored masonry because there's no hope at this point.
And and pot. Yeah, at this point you were suddenly ahead, I think.
Yeah, and I had plans of, melding currency and using it, but that didn't end up happening. Compass
So
was oh,
you returned, I mean, this is after the move that you just did. When you used pottery just now, you returned sailing as opposed to mysticism, agriculture, or the other ones. So not returning medicine, not returning currency, that all makes sense to me. Why sailing as opposed to mysticism or agriculture?
agriculture is often good to hold on to later on in the game.
Totally, it can
Because
be like an instant win on the tens, for example.
that's true. And then also just like, being able to score big and also to reinforce my leaf advantage. And also if he got gunpowder, agriculture would cover machinery and save machinery. So that's why I kept agriculture. Um, mysticism was just to in case later on I was, needed the castles for Empire, I would have it somehow. But that was kind of, not a strong reason to hold on to mysticism. But I had no reason to hold on to sailing, so sailing was the one that went. And
I mean,
then
I sort of think of sailing and mysticism as pretty similar effects. Like, of course, mysticism has the extra card, but you're also further behind on castles than on crowns at this point.
Mhm.
And clothing has done its job, and other than its leaves, is not really very useful anymore.
Yeah, but I mean if I melted sailing, then that's also preventing me from melding currency.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
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 Yeah,
I mean, I guess like it's hard for me to imagine wanting to cover up philosophy with mysticism for a long time.
Yeah. And I probably mysticism will go at some point. Like if I melded currency, mysticism would be the one that I would return instead of agriculture.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense.
recently I I had some game with cdrake where he was using sailing against me. Like I'm starting to have like nightmares about it. He kept like like I thought I was ahead, but suddenly like sailing kept covering my cards and um, like giving him extra um, extra
The bonus cards.
have a bonus card. So like I think I need to sit down and see if there is any way to like get rid of it, like to go around it. Okay, so when he drew more, he found compass.
Compass is his favorite card, I think. That's my assessment of him. He loves Compass.
Uh, when I asked, he said call, but
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe he was being like polite.
Maybe it's his favorite three.
Yeah. No, he definitely likes the threes. Like, I think like stealing cards and um, with crown majority is something he likes to do for sure. So now what did you do? You returned, what was the three?
Don't remember.
Medicine.
Medicine. Yeah, makes sense. And you drew 4. Then you achieved 3. Because otherwise he would cdrake would achieve 3. And now compass. Yeah, so here you fought for a while about what to do.
Yeah, I didn't like either option.
Yeah.
I mean, giving him pottery this late in the game would be bad.
Yes,
Um,
agreed.
and then metalworking would cover ores. Um, and I didn't like that. And then he'd just steal machinery anyway.
Yeah.
And so I decided machinery was giving him machinery and then covering up pottery so that no one would have it. Is kind of safer play. Even though he steals my whole hand.
Yeah. No, I think I would have done the same, I think. And also you had navigation in hand, which like getting the extra crown from writing was useful, right?
Right.
Yeah, navigation is slow, but like in a situation like this is quite good, I think.
It tips the balance. Now
Yeah.
here actually I played the second action very fast after melting navigation. I actually realized right afterwards I could have or maybe no, I'm thinking about it wrong. I thought maybe I could have melded agriculture and tide on leaves, but no, that comes later.
Mm.
Um, so never mind. The
Because
comment really
after this play of
after the display, I could have.
But you could have, had you wanted to, melded both currency and agriculture to tie on leaves instead of melding navigation.
But would that leave compass enabled? If would he still have the so if I melded currency, I'd have two crowns on green. Yeah.
You'd have
So
4 crowns
we would be
and
tied
4
on
would have
crowns
been
and leaves.
it's very delicate. Like,
yeah.
I don't know that I'd want to necessarily do that. Just pointing out another possibility.
I mean, also cdrake had Code of Laws and two freeze in hand. Like you could like either of those could have been like optics
Yeah.
translation, and then your crown majority disappears. Yeah. No, I agree. Like,
But I think it's not the end of the world if he uses compass um on agriculture to cover up machinery. Like, covering up machinery, I think is a nice thing to do if you can. I mean, obviously one doesn't want to cover up ores, as you said, but
but also navigation here, stealing was sort of ensuring for.
yeah.
I approve. Uh, so you got a 2, then it's cdrake turn. So he used Code of Laws because he wanted one
He
more.
thought he would get the advantage on
Yes.
crowns.
Yeah, but you got rid of like you
Tucked currency. And I was happy to get currency out of my hand so that he couldn't steal it with machinery.
Yeah. Yes.
So the idea was also that, I guess, that he didn't want to give you paper. Is that? I mean, I'm trying to understand.
My idea was I thought you just wanted to tie the crowns. Like without well, okay, after he knew, yeah, maybe.
But then he's gonna
Yeah,
draw
yeah.
a 4, and that's like a random 4.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess then he can decide, oh, I don't want to use machinery after all, after that point.
Like, but I mean, at that point, yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about that play.
But like you wouldn't use paper anyway, right? Because like Block had philosophy and writing.
Yeah, I'm a little bemused by that.
No, so you wouldn't have used Code of Laws, or you after seeing?
I would not have used Code of Laws, I think. It seems like it didn't accomplish anything really. maybe it was
well, okay, it is true that he knew that block had currency. So
and so instead of getting currency and giving paper, which is sort of a dead card right now, maybe he doesn't think it's gonna be dead forever. He doesn't get currency and gives perspective, which, you know, okay, gives more symbols, gives more flexibility moving forward. It's probably not as is more likely to be useful sooner than paper with navigation online.
yeah, no, like I agree. Like knowing that block had currency in hand, maybe Code of Laws was not a good move. Like I was thinking it abstractly, like you're just trying to tie the crowns. I think that would make sense, but with the extra information of what you know which cards he has, unless you're thinking like, oh, I want him to get rid of currency, but like, yeah, it would be better to steal it, I guess. Block, what do you think?
I agree. You know, that it would be a reasonable effort if you didn't know what my cards were.
Yeah, but knowing them, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now he steals. I presume he wanted agriculture back, or and he gets engineering. Yeah, like then you steal more, then you steal more, then he gets gunpowder. Here you drew, like, were you hoping for colonialism or?
I drew something. Um, yeah, and I think I was just hoping for colonial, like, yeah, just hoping for colonialism, and then otherwise, you know, maybe something good. Otherwise, I mean, I was fine with letting him kill ores because he wouldn't get enough points to get to 20.
Yes.
So yeah, I was just looking what would come up before making a commitment with navigation or achieving.
Yeah, also at this point, navigation, you couldn't use it. Sorry, I made a mistake. Now the crowns are tied, right? So basically, yeah. Okay, and then you got experimentation, which was good.
Yeah, I was very happy, and I didn't want him to steal that one.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. So we get some points, and then draws, colonialism, use play, get some more points, get ready for 5.
Yep, achieve the 4.
Yes.
Now he has. I'm not giving him anything. He
Yes.
can't use compass. He can't use machinery. So he just has to find some way to draw.
And you're sitting on 26, so you've set yourself up very nicely for the 5 achievement.
Right.
Yeah, I don't. Could he do anything else? No, not really, right? Like he had to draw. I mean, he doesn't have a score. Like he doesn't have a way to score. He doesn't. Okay, so you.
Well, I wonder about this play. I mean, it's of course like you're guaranteeing the 5, but it's also chaotic. Like you could cover up something that you want to keep. Like you could cover up experimentation, and there's no rush because he has no chance of getting the 5 of next turn. So did you consider just, you know, drawing here or doing something that was more less random.
As the second action.
No, as a first action, like instead of using experimentation to get banking, like what if that had been physics? Like that's not great.
I would have been okay with, I mean, basically whatever 5 it is, I get the 5 in the first action, and then I achieve the 5 in the second action, and then I go to drawing 5, melding it until he gets to the 5s. Um and then yeah, I mean basically I didn't want to have any 5s in my hand while he had machinery out.
Um,
So
well,
yeah, here I
so
thought it was
like
just
an alternate thing that you could have done would have been like draw that last 4, see if you like it. If you like it, meld it. If you don't like it, philosophy it.
uh I guess. I mean, I probably just would have. I don't know. I wanted to get to the 5s faster. I like the 5s a little more than the 4s.
So just trying to accelerate that development makes sense.
Yeah, and especially, I mean, there's certain 5s that I don't want him to get. I don't want him to get statistics. So if I get that one first, I'm happy.
Makes
And in
sense.
fact,
So the,
statistics.
if you take that 4, then he gets the 5 sooner and has a larger chance of getting one of these disruptive 5s.
Yeah. So if I just keep doing experimentation, it's more likely that I'll just draw one of those and get it on my side instead of his.
I mean, he could steal it in this position. I mean, if you had gotten statistics, say, then he could.
That's true.
But yeah, at some point, like, if,
No, I mean, if I had gotten statistics instead of banking, we would have been tied at 6. Because no, never mind. Yeah, never. Sorry.
yeah, I mean, your score pile was still okay for one use of statistics. I think losing a 4 would not.
Right.
Like, okay, so he achieved 5. He draws. He draws again. I mean, nothing very useful going on there. Here the idea was you wanted to play before there was a risk of like covering banking.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, given the chance, I want that splayed right. And he might agree, and then I get the sharing bonus, and I can just meld it or score it.
Mhm.
So I was happy, getting this play. And if he declined, then I could just use experimentation.
Is this just a general thing you prefer rights plays for the future, or there was something specific about this situation that?
I think in this situation, since I only had 3 colors out, I wanted to make them strong, and I was also nervous about crowns. Um, so the later cards have their icons not on the left, they have them on the right. Sorry, not on the right, they have them on the left. So when you play left, you tend not to get new icons showing up. So it's better to play right later.
Mhm. Okay, so he passes, you play, and then experimentation because you don't want a 5 in hand, I guess.
Right.
Were you happy to get chemistry, or like, because somehow this complicates your way to 6?
Yeah, it was not the greatest. I would have just preferred something else.
Mm-mm.
A, a purple, red, or yellow. Yeah.
Mm.
So I guess again, like you've already explained your motivation, so we don't have to you don't have to do that again, but it feels like another option for this whole turn would have been to draw a 5, evaluate it, and then if it was something that you didn't want to meld, get it into your score pile with philosophy, and okay, then you don't get display, but then you don't have that chaotic experimentation where you lose that ability to tempo on the 6s.
That's true, but getting a card melded is, it's one action as opposed to draw
Yeah,
and then meld,
I mean, especially
Um,
as you say, with 3 colors only.
yeah. But what you're suggesting is what I ended up doing, I think, the next turn,
I see.
which was draw, and then I didn't want to meld it, so I philosophied it.
Paul, admit that you were hoping that cdrake would play. you you wanted this play and the card.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, I think like it should have been I think it would have been a big mistake to display separately from sharing that card because the crown's majority would have gone to block at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't I clicked on banking without actually looking at the cards in the piles and seeing what would change.
I want to play.
Cool.
Okay, so he decides that it's time to score, so agriculture.
Yeah, I mean, if he's not ready by the time the 6s come, then he's really in trouble, right?
Yeah. And probably his idea was colonialism, I guess. Like as a way to try to draw first.
Yeah. So here I drew statistics and I did not want to meld it.
I want this to go away. Had you considered using chemistry
I
twice?
did, but it didn't give me the crown lead. It would actually give the crown lead to cdrake.
I see.
I mean, you
And I
could
had
just
no way to
scoring
get the
effect
card out of
without.
my score pile.
Okay. So he draws society. Agriculture. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to steal chemistry from here, I think. Okay, and then you drew call. I approve. And so here he tried his luck.
And here I realized I could just draw and meld the 6. But I thought, why not test if get a yellow or a purple, I can just increase my score pile and get 6 first.
Yeah, and you could still do it later anyway. Right? Like you still drew. Yeah.
Yeah, if he had gotten a 6 in his hand from sharing colonialism, I think that would have been a very different situation because he would have gotten 6 first.
I mean, there was a little risk, like he could now get a blue with colonialism.
That's true. Well, except that I took atomic theory.
Yeah. But also, like, that was unavoidable. Like, you couldn't draw meld and like call was the only way to be sure, like to have a chance of getting it immediately. No. Like I think call was the right move in the sense that like even if you had drawn, he could still use colonialism and hope to get a blue.
That's true.
So he does that. Doesn't get the blue. Draws. I wonder if could he have done it again? Like to get a 7 first. But there was a risk of giving you 6 and 7. Yeah, maybe it's a bit risky.
Right. I mean, yeah. Whatever that last 6 is, if it had crowns on it, then I would be tucking a 7 and it could be yellow or purple.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a bit risky. Okay, so you play G6. Yeah, this was really bad because this was I missed because I was Gabriel just joined the call and we were trying to catch up, but
The double tuck on
yeah,
red.
yes,
That was like probably game over right there.
yeah, yeah, but that was quite unlucky.
I mean, even if not literally game over, like just like
Yeah.
such a hard position to come back with that good of a lead in factories, and then explosives is going to be on top.
Yeah, that's
And he knows what's in his hand. He knows that like if explosives gets used once, it's all over.
yeah. I mean,
And he can't even get rid of it by putting it out because of banking.
I mean, he could. I mean, knowing what's gonna happen now, maybe he should have melded the Reformation and get Monument.
Yeah, that's not a bad choice.
I mean, he's gonna lose by 8 in the sense that you have call and whatever you want. You probably get 8 first, but at least.
But how is he going to get monument? This
So
is the second one.
he plays Reformation.
Uh-huh.
Next round, block is going to use call and achieve 7.
Why? Why doesn't he use coal and then use explosives?
Yeah, okay, maybe.
Then there's no monument and there's still no 7 in cdrake's hand.
And no way to get a 7. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bad
I
situation.
feel like that's not like that's not an out, at least not obviously an out. Like maybe it's a try, but it seems pretty desperate as a try.
Okay, then he should meld the industrialization.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, okay, like you have to choose which one is worse between electricity and industrialization. At present, I would say, like industrialization is game over.
But industrialization can be stolen with banking as well.
No, that's true.
I'm confused. I'm confused about who has what. No, I'm not confused. Yeah, banking, like block is ahead in crowns. He won't that it will still be ahead in crowns if cdrake plays industrialization. So if you play industrialization right here, it's just like
Yeah.
for the stealing.
Okay, agriculture, man.
Yeah, maybe that works.
So you get rid of
Yeah. You definitely can't let that go to he might have missed that the explosives was under as well, like we both did.
Or I don't.
Yeah, okay. So then the fact that he uses agriculture but like returns the wrong one, that seems like a mistake.
Yeah, I don't think it would have like. Yeah, I agree. So, no, but yeah, he should have returned industrialization.
Yeah, then it's trapped under explosives. That's much less dangerous. And he still has a chance because block achieves here.
Yep, and he could tuck. He could score industrialization with agriculture and then meld electricity. Yeah.
Or meld reformation and tag everything. I mean, not
I mean,
everything.
he then uses agriculture, but uses it again on the quote unquote wrong card.
Mm. Yeah. And maybe he wanted it to end, I guess.
Yeah, it was going to be pretty hard to come back even without that.
But like, I mean, if he had gotten quantum theory at some point, he could win it. Like,
He actually, I mean, if there was just one more move here,
yeah.
he could have done quantum theory and then agriculture and won
Mm.
and score.
Um, okay. Well done, Block. Congratulations. And
Thanks so much. And good luck with, I think you have 2 more live streams to do. So, I mean, you're doing one more at least tonight with cdrake.
so
And
um, it was rescheduled to tomorrow because Drake is busy apparently.
okay.
And but yeah,
But I just lost in a semifinal to what was his name? Magnificent something or a new fairly newish player. I don't think has ever been in a final before.
Hmm.
And I told him to contact you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That semifinal was painful. It was everything that could go wrong just kept going wrong over and over and over again. It was really bad.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
At least you got this one.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this is the one that counts more. And so I was happy that this one went well, you know.
By the way, you closed last year second for there was this fake point system for.
Oh no, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah. So you're second.
Oh wow. In terms of like the tournaments and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So you have like 11 tournament wins and like also a lot of second places and so on. So
Thomas is
Wow.
just trying to show off that he has as many points as second, third, and fourth put together.
yeah, well, I think doing the streaming gives me. I put more time into innovation. Like it ended up paying off for the results.
Hmm.
And I would like to have like a interview with all the people that are in the top 16, and so that then just to know the player who got in that tournament.
Right. Right.
But in any case, I just wanted to say you got second place.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. That's nice. Yeah.
Hey, have a nice Sunday night.
Thank you, you too. And you have a great Monday morning.
Okay, bye. Take care.
Bye.